Well, good morning, wonderful people. How are you today? I hope you're doing great. I'm bringing you this morning's message on stand out, stand up, and stand back. And this is for us as we move through and we're dealing with people and we're in our jobs or work environments, wherever we're with people. This is what I want you to consider. So in Colossians 3:23 and 24, it says, don't just do the minimum, do your best as if you're working for God as your CEO. And so this is standing out. Whatever you're doing, I want you to think about this as stand out. You go above and beyond. You work extra hard. You do more than what's expected. You really go out of your way to stand out. Your attitude is amazing. Your work ethic is amazing. Your respect for others is better than good. When people say to you, how are you doing today? You say, you know what? I am amazing, but I am working on awesome. Something like that. Or I could, if I were any better, I'd be clapping, you know, stuff like that. So you really want to be that person that just stands out for being a little bit extra, a little bit over the top, a little bit more than the norm. Okay, so that's stand out. Stand up. Stand up. I want you to think of a time when you may have been tested a little bit. You may have been pushed a little bit. Maybe you were in a situation where they were talking about someone else, or they were telling a kind of a not such a good joke where it might hurt somebody's feelings. Think about those times. Were you able to stand up, or did you just sort of get influenced and get pulled in? How about a situation if your boss or someone asks you to do something that kind of goes against your morals and your ethics and your values? Do you stand up for yourself? Do you stand up and say, no, I'm just not going to do that? That's not who I am. That's not what I do. In 1 Peter 3:14, it says, don't worry about what they might do to you. Just be bold. Stand up for what you believe in. Your God is going to protect you. So stand up. Don't let someone else push you or influence you. When we were in grade school, they called it peer pressure. Let's not be influenced by that. Let's really stand on our principles and stand up. And then the last thing is stand back. Stand back. In Proverbs 10:19, it talks about how more talk equals less truth. It says prudent people or wise people, smart people, careful people will hold their tongues. So how do we handle this? It's not getting into a dialogue with a person, but really asking questions instead of giving suggestions. Ask questions. Just whatever they say, just turn it right back on them and ask them a question. Or say something like, oh, that's interesting, tell me more. Or where did you get that information from? Things like that. Do not get into a defensive dialogue with people, but rather ask questions before suggestions. So stand back. Stand back. You don't have to defend yourself or prove yourself if you are standing on the Word of God. So today, stand out. Make an impression on those that are around you. Stand out in your behaviors and your attitude. Stand up for what you believe in. But you don't have to be bold and share what you believe in with every single person that you meet. So be careful on that. But do stand up for what you believe in. If somebody's gossiping about somebody, walk away. Don't engage. Don't be a part of that. Make a point so that maybe even somebody comes to you later and says, how come you walked away when we were talking? Because you're talking about people, and I don't do that. Oh, okay. So stand up, right? And then stand back. Be that person that doesn't always have an answer, that doesn't always need to defend, that doesn't always need to share their opinion, but rather is someone that asks questions and seeks to understand before being understood. I hope that this is valuable for you today. I hope that you will stand out, stand up, and stand back. God does the how, you do the do, and I'll see you again tomorrow.